Good evening, welcome to Let's Chat. I know everybody glued now to to hear what happened today. I want to begin by saying all glory to God. All glory to God for His good graces, His protection. Thank God for the alertness of our security and our supporters. It would have been terrible today. It would have been worse today. But God is in control, and God continues to let us know that He's in control. What happened today should not have happened, but it was planned to happen. It should not have happened. We should not allow it to happen. But it was planned to happen. Evil has engulfed our land. Evil led by the head of the country, George Weah. Evil has engulfed the land, led by the head of the country, George Weah. I was hinted about 5 days ago by a good friend in America that CDC had just concluded a meeting at the highest level to the effect that my going into Claratown and into West Point is saying something completely different from what they are made to believe or make themselves to believe, that they have massive support with all of these sponsored endorsement and sponsoring people or compelling people to come to their rallies, that I am showing up in these places with no cent in my pocket, no truck full of rice, no prior arrangement with the people to arrange my meetings in their communities. They come together themselves, fund their own meetings, invite me to show support. And that these things were not sitting well with George Weah and his gang. And that the last place they want us to go like that should be Nuguta, the Douala area. So they had a meeting few days ago. My credible source informed me that whenever I would enter Nuguta or the borough area, I will be attacked with an intent, deliberate intent to kill me. So I told the source, he put up a post today. He put up a post about it. And since he made it public, all of you who know Julius Brown, or Lofa Julius for short on the social media, he called me and hinted me. And after he and I talked, he posted it publicly to let them know that he was aware credibly that there was a planned attack on my person to bodily harm me and if possible to kill me. And we talked about it. And I said, God is in control. These things won't intimidate me. These things won't frighten me. Of course, we should be more precautious. We should be more careful. We should be more on the alert. But for people to be in a democracy to intimidate you, a candidate from going to a particular place, once they scare you from going one place, they will scare you from going everywhere. And that's the tactics. One of the tactics is sponsor all of these endorsements. Make it look like people are really endorsing you and supporting you, so that when they plan cheating, when it take place, it can be confusing to say, but the people who are getting endorsement, their support base were increasing and all that stuff. All of these things going on, we know. So one of our members under the Friends of Dillion Global, under the leadership of Chairman Emmanuel Yato, has been a very prominent and influential resident of District 16, the Stimport Bridge area. So he organized his community from abroad. And few other community members decided that they would gown me today, certificate me today, and do a huge program to demonstrate that District 16 is not a CDC stronghold as was before, or as they may want you to believe. The people asked me to go to District 16 today and insisted that I should not pay a dime to anybody. I should not even carry my own water because they will supply. I should not do anything. The only thing they wanted was my presence to show their support and love. Now, they made their awareness for days. So the entire borough was expecting Darius Dillion today. It was amazing that from Loki Town, as I was driving into Douala and going on to Sim, as I hit Loki Town, the news was already at Loki Town. People standing by waving, they lie, our lie, we love you, our support. And so the news has spread far and wide over the borough. Now, knowing that I'm coming to the borough, the representative of the borough of District 16, CDC Dixon Sibo, decided that today that Darius Dillion is going to the borough, he's carrying also Thomas Fowler on the borough as well. These guys. Of course, they took Thomas Fowler on the borough and took him inside Nugu Town, from my understanding. The program for me today was to be held at Stimport Bridge Community, Stimport River Bridge Community. That is not inside Loki Town or Nugu Town. That is when you pass Douala and go into Brookville, the community in between. After you pass Memorial Breweries, the beer factory. And so they went in Nugu Town. They did their program. As I saw Thomas Fowler convoy pass me by between Point Fort Loki Town and Point Fort Junction, there about. Pass me by, leaving from Loki Town, from the island, as I was approaching Douala. Then, where I was hosting the program, there is some intellectual center not too far from there across. It was that place that what he named Dixie Sibo insisted now that he's coming today. After leaving Nugu Town with Thomas Fowler, he came 2 minutes away from where the crowd was gathered to meet me. You know, it was planned. The people put me down from Douala from the car, insisted that I should walk from Douala to Stimport River Bridge Community, because they wanted to demonstrate that the entire borough was coming out to support Darius Dillion. And the people demonstrated it. The people were there waving, loving, showing love and all that stuff. The video is there to see. We were in the hall, I'm speaking, and this gentleman, you know, normally when I go places, people who love us, want to rub on us, want to touch us, want to feel a part of us. So sometimes my security blocking them. And sometimes they feeling bad that they're not getting access to me directly. And then I will query my security, don't deprive the people or don't deny them of coming close to me, or don't let them, don't make the people feel bad they came out to see me. And if they can't come to me, then why should we come out to them? So they always telling me, say, Chief, you never tell anybody motive. So let's get some proximity, and you know, with you and the people. You know. So while I was speaking, this gentleman started bulldozing his way in the crowd, approaching me. Now, when you enter the hall and people greeting you, you're hugging people, you're bossing people, you're shaking hands, you're taking pictures, you can understand. But when you're on the stage speaking to the audience and somebody insists that they must come on the stage to you, even against advice not to do so, then it calls for alarm. So my security noticed that this guy was unusual. His move was unusual. And as I was speaking and telling the people the ills in the society, in the country, in the government, and things they need to know so as to know how to choose national leaders to serve them, this guy came rushing. And my security, the video is there. Those of you who've seen it, so I don't need to even roll over it or like that. My security first protector tried to shield me from the guy rushing, and then they grabbed him and tried to pull him out of the crowd, and he resisted. Now, later did I find out from my security posted outside that they were 4. They had knife, they had tear gas, they had pepper spray. The intent was to rush on me, spray me up, and then whatever the motive or plan was to do, and then go ahead. Stab me, injure me. I get affected from the spray or the tear gas in the hall with my supporters. These 4 intruders, identified to be civilians, rushed on us to do this. So my security at the door, when they booked the 2 other guys, he decided to take out the weapon he had to say, if you move forward, we'll shoot you. Then they panicked. They said, what they meant? The security guy gone. They had to drop the knives and the other spray gun, pepper spray. They dropped it and fled. The one who they booked, they spray him. They spray him real good, damn good. They spray him. They spray him with the spray he brought to spray me. And then our supporters, and you know, also join in and to run them away. We give God the glory for his saving grace, for his very timely intervention. Had anything worse happened today? Probably. Just we don't know what they're playing with. The last time I said, when they throw stones, we throw stones. When they throw rocks, we will return rocks. The whole country practically descended on me. The broad council of churches, interreligious people, our international friends, we had meetings with some of them to cool the tension and to exercise leadership and to tone down these rhetorics about violence. When I said throw rocks, when they throw us rock, return it. Everybody was looking for moral argument to make against Darius Dillion. Everybody was making moral argument. Oh, you leader, you're not supposed to say it. We live in a country where if you are a critical voice, you practically don't have security protection from the regime security. It is your people, God first, your people, your personal bodyguard, and your supporters who now become your angel, your guiding angels, and your supporters, and your security. Had anything happened to me today, I wonder George Weah think he was going to sleep at his house. Had anything happened to me today, I wonder George Weah think they will be to a house drinking Hennessy in celebration or something happening to me. George Weah they can see writing on the wall, you're tampering with the goddamn wrong person. All the mainstream media, majority, have decided that everything about Dillion, if it's positive, spin it so it looks negative. If it is positive, don't report it at all. If it is negative, blow it up so that he doesn't get a chance. The mainstream, most of the mainstream media have been compromised to the point where they have decided that nothing, they don't follow my programs, and there's not an attempt to cry on them that they're institutions. They don't follow my community engagements. They don't report about them. I don't bother about that. But I want to also invite the mainstream media on this video to cut it and edit it according to how they feel. The next time I go to any program and any citizen throw rock at me, will go for George Weah. The next time I go to any program, Thomas Faraday can have program 10 times a day in 10 different communities. Nobody can go disrupt it because our people are mature, orderly, and responsible. They are civilized to know that they don't want Thomas Fala, so they don't go to Thomas Fala program to mix with the crowd. They have had all of their programs, they continue to hold their programs with no interruptions or disruptions. Every time I go to a program, they go there to disrupt, disturb, with the deliberate intent to bodily harm me. The next time rock is thrown or disturbance occur at any of my programs going forward, there will be no electoral program in this town headed by Thomas Fala. George Weah convoy will stone it. We make anything they get guns, when they shoot guns, they will not know where guns come from to respond. I'm going to give this marching order. All members of CPP who believe in our judgment, going forward, we will carry rocks with us anywhere we're going. We will carry the weapons that we have to protect ourselves anywhere we're going. One rock thrown at me going forward, rock will be thrown at George Weah's convoy. If he's scared to leave his house, we throw stones at his house. Darius Dillion says so. I'm waiting for international community and interreligious people to call me to meeting. I'm waiting. I will have been killed today. My death will have been politicized. The last time it happened to me in Clappertown, the kid called Julius J. on OKFM decided to spin it in keeping with their discussions that all these things can be planted. How will you know that some people who support can be planted to make it look like something? This one, let me repeat, you cut this part. You cut this part and play it on all your mainstream radio. One rock thrown at me, anywhere, rock will hit George Weah. One rock or one more disturbance at any of my program, there will be no electoral activities in this country for CDC, especially in Montserrat. One more rock, one more disturbance at any of my program, George Weah think he get guns? Watch and see. Watch and see. Let me name the people. The Banner FM, the Julius Chair, and those ones who have been co-opted by government to spin everything about Darius Dillion against their consciences. You edit this part and play it. One rack at my program, George Weah convoy will feel rack. One rack at my program, George Weah's house will be stoned. Everywhere we're going forward, we carry bags of rocks. I will be seen throwing it so that it can motivate my people to do it. Because I'm the general here. General meaning I'm the leader of this ship. I can't go everywhere my people are wounded. Everywhere I go, I'm disturbed. Everywhere I go, and my people, you gotta put fear in my people. This nonsense has to stop. We should be in a democracy. In a democracy, it's about the free choice and will of the people. It's not about any damn useless dictator. It's not about any damn useless dictator in George Weah. One rack, anywhere I am, including where I am tonight at home, one rack on me, I will instruct Monserrato, my people, who will go to George Weah place and will do it there. Let them take guns and shoot the people in the name of protecting George Weah. George Weah is not the only person who's supposed to be protected under the law. One more rack at my program, Thomas Fowler and his crew will not hold any rally in this town. You think you want to try me? Beginning to not try it. The nonsense is freaking enough. Let me repeat. The Julius Jair and all of those who have been compromised to spin everything about Darius Dillion against Darius Dillion, got this one here, play on your radio. One rack admin, George Weah will feel rack. One rack on my crowd, Thomas Fowler crowd will feel rack. Whether we're holding program there or not, we'll go there to the step. I will lead it. I will give instruction. I will do that. I will do that. The nonsense has to stop. Everybody has a beast in them. Don't wake it up. Yours may be small. Because people behave civilized, because people have fear of God, does not mean they can get angry. Jesus Christ got angry for the right reason. Jesus Christ was righteously angry when he flogged thieves out of the temple. I am saying it. The next time my rally is disrupted, will disrupt George Weah every freaking move. The next time my rally is disrupted, Thomas Fowler and a gang of seditious thieves will never hold any peaceful rally in this town. I, Darius Dillion, say so. I'm ready to lead the campaign to disrupt every freaking thing they're doing. You want to remove me from the Senate? It will be by the will of the people that put me in the Senate. If the people will make their determination to say, the time we gave you to serve you did not impress us, and so we are removing you by the same means we place you in office. But that it is the will of the people to retain us in our office, and one dictator, dumb-headed dictator in George Weah, be then that they will take this seat at all costs, including harming me and my supporters, beginning tonight. Beginning tonight. Watch and see. Watch and see. One more rack at my place, George Weah's property will be stoned. I'm saying it. Call it threat to the peace. Call it inciting violence. Oh yes. We are responding to attack. We are responding to attack. I'm going to lead this march. I'm going to lead it. You don't know where we get our grace from. You don't know where we have our courage from. It's from God. Don't try it. Don't try it. The death of one man, the killing of one man, brought war. Those of you who know the history out of World War II. the killing of one man resulted to world war. The world went at war as a result of the killing of one human being. The death of one person, resulted to Arab Spring. That resulted to the death of Gaddafi, the ousting of Hosni Mubarak of Egypt, the ousting of the president of one of these North African countries, I've forgotten, and it spread around. George Weah, you don't know who you're messing with. You don't know the grace. You don't know the grace that you're messing with. One more stone at my rally will return stone on George Weah's convoy. I am threatening the convoy of the president, Darius Dillion. I am doing so. One more stone on any of my rally will threaten the convoy of the president, will stone it. If he's scared to come out and stay home, we'll stone his house. One more, we will. And one more disturbance of any of my rallies. There will be no more political rally in this country, in this town, in Monterey County, going towards December 8th. We all don't do rally. And we'll go to election. And on election day, you chunk rack, we will chunk rack. Thus says the Lord. Thus says the Lord. This nonsense has to stop. Enough is freaking enough.
Other God but you. You have done what no man has done, and you will do what no man can do. I have no other God. I have no other God but you. I have no other. I have no other God but you. For you have done for me. You have done what no man.
Having said that, pleasant night. Thanks to Mr. Cummins, Mr. Alexander Cummins, and all of our CPP folks who have called to check on us. Thanks for the intervention of God. Thanks to the alertness of our security, our personal security bodyguards. Thanks to them. I will be in town tomorrow. I will make some community visitations tomorrow. Any attempt to disrupt any of my programs going forward, there will be no electoral activities in this town. I'm looking on social media, I'm seeing people with 3-4 voting cards. One person, same face, same picture, same everything, same fingerprint, 3 different names, same last name, 3 different first names, issued new voter ID by the useless Elections Commission. And these are some of the things they depending on to say we will win the election at all costs. We will not go to court. I cannot rely on the court as it is. From the way and the time they removed Kabina and Janet, from the court, the way they did, that court is not reliable to me. We will not go to court. We will not challenge any election result by any legal means. We will not allow any hijacking of the electoral process in the name of acting overly civilized. No, we will not. Democracy is about the will of the people. It is the will of the people that got George Weah president. It is the will of the people that got me senator. It should be the will of the people to remove me from office, not the impulse or like or dislike of George Weah. Mr. Weah, we're on a game on. Game on. You can depend on your juju, you can depend on your guns, you can depend on every other thing, including your ring. There's a most high God that will look to and try me. Touch not my anointed. I'm not a prophet, oh. Touch not my anointed. Do my prophet no harm. There are people who are anointed, but they're not prophet. So you touch God's anointed, he will touch you. And you should do his prophet no harm. Period. Good night.